Amazing, 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 my beautiful viewer. We are back again, and today we're talking about sports. And now, with me, I have one of the best. This guy started following Arsenal while he was in his mother's womb. The first day he got in his mother's womb, he said, Arsenal, Arsenal! And that is how it is. So, he will introduce himself, tell us his name, then I'll ask him a few questions when it comes to the sports, what just went down during the weekend in the EPL, because that is what he knows. He doesn't know any other thing apart from me. Ask him about the African games. He's a mumu on that. Okay, so what's your name, sir?
You guys, my name is Samson, and I'm an Arsenal fan. I've been an Arsenal fan for quite some time now. You guys, please don't listen to him. I've been an Arsenal fan for quite some time, and yeah, just there. I don't want to brag.
No, he doesn't want to brag. I'll make him brag. He has been an Arsenal fan for his life, and so far he said he'll never change or he'll never cease becoming an Arsenal fan. You see him wearing an Arsenal jersey. What is Arsenal to you, by the way? Is he like your second wife or what?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has ever asked me that question to describe Arsenal in my life, but Arsenal is like is like a way of life for me. I started supporting Arsenal in 2004. So it's part of me now. You get me? So if you're thinking it's Arsenal is like my second wife, yes, you can say that.
Oh, I can't say that. I can say that. I can't say that.
Feel free, please.
I've seen how you vibe when Arsenal is about to play and how serious you follow up with the Arsenal issues. And I'll be like, bro, don't you mean there's nothing else you can do about this? Like, oh, okay. So why Arsenal apart from other teams? Because I believe you said in 2004, 2002?
Yeah, 204.
204. Yeah. There were other better teams than Arsenal.
Of course.
Manchester United. Man City was nowhere to be seen on the EPL league.
Yes, of course. Yes.
It was just like a persona non grata.
Yes.
So Manchester United. There was Chelsea.
Yeah.
There was Liverpool.
Yeah.
When they would say they never walk alone.
Yeah. There was even Inter Milan.
Milan,
Real Madrid, and Barcelona, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Why Arsenal?
Good question. Why Arsenal? Arsenal was, I think then, my very close friend, my brother then, was an Arsenal fan, and the passion that he had was too huge for him to carry. I had to carry it for him.
So you were trying to help your brother.
I had to help him at that particular time. Yeah.
Was Arsenal winning or losing?
Yeah, we were winning trophies then. We were winning trophies then. That was when we went on, or we had our unbeaten run. And it was the way they play was quite great for me. It was something that I really loved, and that was when I started playing football myself. At that particular time, So my favorite player then was Thierry Henry, and we had Camp and so on and so forth like that. But the way they were playing, it was something that I really loved at that particular time. And there was another team. Sorry to cut you short. There was another team that I was comparing, with Arsenal then, and that was Inter Milan.
I thought you wanted to tell me that it was Chelsea.
No way. I can't do Chelsea. Chelsea, no way.
Yeah.
So Inter Milan had great players then. One of my favorite then was Adriano and Crespo and the likes of them and stuff like that, And they were playing, good football. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think their coach was who, I can't remember if it was Mourinho or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But the way they were playing was awesome. And I really liked it, and it was something that was great for me. So that was the reason why I followed Arsenal, and since then I've never looked back.
Oh, thank you. You mentioned Thierry Henry as your favorite player by that time.
Yes.
And it got me on this because most of African guys will support the England teams because of the African guys who are playing in those teams.
Yes.
So was it because by that time Thierry Henry was on top and was Beckham.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Bergkamp, yeah.
this other guy. I'm
There was
forgetting.
Lauren. There was
Lauren,
there were a lot of them.
Beckham,
A
there
lot of
was
them.
I'm
Vieira.
forgetting there was Vieira. That's
Yeah,
what
Patrick Vieira.
person was looking into.
Yeah.
And those guys were doing better. And that's the time Arsenal got the unbeaten.
Yeah, unbeaten run. Yeah,
unbeaten run.
yeah.
Is were the African guys who attracted you to Arsenal the way they were playing, or what really attracted you to Arsenal apart from the game?
Okay, basically, yeah, they made an impact then, because we had Kanu Wanko as well that played, then, and it was magical.
Why was I forgetting Nwanko? By the way, it's Nwanko.
Because you're not a diehard Arsenal fan.
Of course I'm not. Guys, I used to support Arsenal. I used to support football and I could watch every match. But nowadays, it's none of my business for really. I watch for leisure, and when I want it, when I don't want it, I would rather be creating some content with the Arsenal fans like him.
Yeah.
Yes, where's Nwanko Kanu?
Sorry, your question?
Where's Nwanko Kanu?
Where is he right now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's around. He's I think he's an agent or something, a football agent. He's doing well for himself. It's just there was some time he was in the Emirates as well. They always recognize him because he has always been a great player, and he would ever be one of the legends, in the game as well. So yeah, he's just around.
Most of the players of his caliber, when they retire from the international and whatever club football, they become coaches. Like we talked about Vieira, who is a coach now. Talking about Thierry Henry is not a coach. He's yet to be a coach. But most of the players become coaches. Why did he not choose to become a coach?
That's a good question, because most of his colleagues, if I can put it that way.
Most of them are coaches.
They're all coaches, and even younger colleagues and stuff like that. Or I think it's a choice, that you make in life, and it's not everyone that can be a coach. Despite the fact that you were a great player, that does not mean that you're going to be a great coach. So for me not to humiliate myself, let me just rather do what I feel
comfortably
will be comfortable for me, and for my family as well. You get what I'm trying to say? I saw him as a person that is very, very close to his family, and there's sometimes that maybe he would not want to be very far away from the family and stuff like that. So he chose to probably retire and do something very comfortable, towards whatever he really wants to do. And I mean, the wife played a very big role as well. I think the wife is quite younger as well, so she really did. She really played a huge role for him as well. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he's going to be a coach tomorrow. Who knows?
At his old age.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay, it's more of a personal decision, as you said. We can't really, put our views or our opinions onto that, because everyone, you decide to do what you feel you're comfortable with, and it won't bring you a lot of problems or challenges. So wherever you are, Nwanko Kanu, we still remember you. You were very, very, very good player. I remember about that time when you're talking about the Nigerian national team, Baba Ngiga, Baba Yaro, Kanu. Talk about JJ Okocha, who is my all-time favorite player. It doesn't matter. Okay, Messi and Cristiano, I know you guys are doing better, but not to the level of JJ Okocha when he was JJ Okocha. Because most of the things that Cristiano Ronaldo is doing now, he borrows them from JJ Okocha. So to me, JJ Okocha brought up the essence of football.
Of course.
Being an African in a countries where racism is too higher, and trying to mess up with these guys. I used to love it.
Of course.
That's when I used to love Nigerian football team.
At that time.
But after that, things just happen.
I know.
And it doesn't really make me happy to see that. But that's not the case we're talking about. Okay, we just bring it up. And yes, so from that time, from the unbeaten season for Arsenal, the guys will never get another EPL.
Well, I was hoping this was not going to come.
What's up?
I think for some years now, it has not been all great when it comes to trophies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're still Arsenal, and
Playing some good
we're still
football,
we're still playing,
but not winning.
We're winning, man. We're
Winning matches, but not trophies.
Well, but you have to win matches to win trophies, you know. So we're getting there. It's just a matter of time, and I believe that with good structure in the team right now, like the way we have with Ateta, I think we're going places. It's just that we were quite unlucky last season, but I believe that with time and with consistency that we're trying to build right now, I believe that we're going to head there. It's just a matter of time.
Of course, you said you're a national die-hard fan for Arsenal,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't talk evil about the person you love so much. But the thing is, Arsenal have not been winning cups for all that long. So last season was a better season for Arsenal, and that was the season where people thought, man.
No, sorry,
this time round-
you got it wrong. Last season or this season is going to be better than last season. I promise you that.
You wait, I finish what I was talking about.
All right. I was trying to correct you on that.
Okay, last season was a season where everyone knew that Arsenal is gonna get that thing once again.
Yeah.
But there were a few challenges that I know you know much better, and I'd like you to explain what do you think was the main challenge to why Arsenal did not get it last season.
Okay, so last season was we were in the first quarter of the season. Towards the end of the quarter, we lacked consistency, and that was when we lost a few games. We lost at home. We lost to some teams that we were not supposed to lose to. But immediately we had the break for, I think, for like 2 weeks or so. So the boys traveled, they traveled to Dubai for some, for some camping. And when they came back, they started banging in goals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They started banging in goals and they started scoring goals. But I think sometimes, we had to, in football, we have to factor in something called fatigue. Well, I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but I feel like at that time, that was when we realized that some players were not as active as they were when they came back from Dubai. Then, apart from that, I think that was when Ateta's inexperience came to play as well. Because, I mean, look at the game against Aston Villa. The game Aston Villa, we were supposed to win that game, but we lost it. And we lost it in a very dramatic way, in which we're supposed to win. And that was what really cost us the trophy, because if we had won that game, and
You're so sure,
and we win the rest of the games, which we did, we won the rest of the games, and and that was what really cost us. But I believe that this season is going to be different. We're going to play better, and we know we've used the mistakes of the last season to correct this one as well. So I believe that we're going to go places.
Okay, talking about this season, it's already rolling, and Arsenal has already lost some of the matches that no one ever expected Arsenal can lose such a matches. What do you think? What are the contributing factors to that? Because
so the thing is, I would rather ask. I would say it's better for Arsenal to lose those games right now than towards the end of the game or towards the end of the season. Yes, we've lost a few games. Look at the likes of Man City.
No, we're not talking about Man City. I'll come to Man City later. I'm talking about Arsenal.
So, yes, sorry about that. So, as I was saying, it's better we lose right now. Like, for example, look at the game yesterday we played. The game we played against Nottingham yesterday.
Is it Nottingham Forest or Nottingham Forest?
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
So the game yesterday was quite awesome with the boys.
Most people predicted that Nottingham would have won against Arsenal.
Yeah, of course. Even me myself, I thought it was going to be
we have had a very good record.
Yeah, a very good run. For quite some time. I felt like it was going to me as an Arsenal fan, I felt like it was going to at least probably go like let's say 2-1, or if on the bad side maybe 1-1 thereabout, because of they've been playing really well for quite some time. But the boys came out and they came out victorious,
skillfully,
and
well composed.
exactly. You saw whatever Arteta was trying to do in the game, and he did it well. And those are the things that I believe that would happen. Look at the game against Liverpool. Liverpool struggled, against Arsenal. Those are the things that I believe that when you watch those games, you know that at least there is a little bit of consistency than the last season. So I just believe and we trust in the tactics of Arteta.
Did you expect the goals to come from the people the goals come from? That's the Arsenal match.
Last
yesterday.
Well, yes, of course, with the boy Odegaard back. I mean, you know what Odegaard can do.
Sure.
You get what I'm trying to say. He was injured for the period of the for the matches that we played that we lost. He was injured through those games, but he came in, yesterday, and he performed really well. You saw he assisted Saka, and he was really really instrumental, in the midfield, and he really played well. So with him back, we pray that he goes injury free. With the boys, connecting properly, man, trust me, we're flying.
So you jumped ahead of me when you started talking about the yesterday results of matches, and the people who are looking into many of the things and the worst that ever happened was Man City losing to Tottenham 4-0.
Yeah.
I know most people knew that will happen, but it was not for 4 goals.
Yeah.
Like what's happening with Man City now? Is the manager doing something wrong, or remember he has had a best record ever when it comes to football.
Okay.
When he left Barcelona, he had done very much better with Barcelona, and no one has ever broken the record that he left in Barcelona.
Okay.
Was he thinking that when he comes to EPL, he will still do the same?
Okay. Let me get this straight here. Sometimes, when we all know that the tactics of the coach really plays a very big role and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if the players are not putting in 100%, yes, the tactics are there and everything, but if the players are not putting 100%, it would really really play a role in the boys playing as well. But at the end of the day, I think what really happened with Man City, or what's happening with Man City right now, is because they had built the team around one player, or they had built the team with one particular player
in mind,
knowing that this guy can never go 2, 3, 4 games
without scoring,
without being injured. That's my own view, on Man City. This team is built around Rodri. So when your playmaker, when there's a problem with your playmaker, it becomes a long-term problem when the guy is out for a long-term period. All right, and you're not trying as much as you can to build your tactics around the players that you have right now. They might not probably maybe be conversant with whatever Rodri knew, or probably maybe they don't have the skills that Rodri had or has. So that's the reason why most of the time right now, okay, like for example, what's his name? What's his name? I can't remember the name of this midfielder. He got injured for a very long time. Then Rodri got injured. Most of their players are injured. All right, but I can tell you this for sure. Once those players are back, but which I do not, I doubt it, they're going to come back anytime soon. But I believe that once those players are back, and to say this, to clear the air, I've never seen a European team that has won 8 times or 7 times or 6 times that would go on for so long and keep winning it over and over again. Other teams will get your tactics as well. You get what I'm trying to say? But with time, and we're talking about Pep Guardiola here.
Of course.
Do you understand? He's one of the greatest coaches we have.
The king of tactics.
Exactly. So I believe that it's just a matter of time. And then sometimes you have setbacks, in your day-to-day lives as well. So I probably that's exactly what he's going through. At the
Man City had
moment.
a problem with I think they were in court sometimes back here. They were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
cleared about was it about corruption or
The corruption on
yeah.
what's happening.
Yes,
Yeah.
what happens in the team and all that. Might it be one of the things that
No.
Guardiola is really affecting Guardiola? And the
No, I
players?
don't think so. I don't think that's really got into them. I don't really think, because I believe that Guardiola would have made it not to affect those players or not to affect them, because I mean that's their job. That's what they have been paid for. It's none of their business if anything happened
The
off the
management has
pitch.
an issue.
Exactly. It doesn't really. That's none of their business. My business is get on the pitch, score goals, make sure you play well, do whatever you know that you can do best.
There's always a rise and the fall of the great,
Yes,
the
of
great
course.
in whichever field that is,
Yeah.
be it football.
But I don't
be
think
it
Man City is
presidency.
falling right now.
So might be the rise and
Yeah.
fall of Pep Guardiola, because since his youthful age, that guy
Yeah.
has been shining off.
Of course, of
yeah,
course.
and he's not that old, but he's getting older.
Of course,
And
of course.
even the old dogs fail on their
Yes,
tricks and
yes,
all that.
yes,
So
yes.
might be the reason why Guardiola is not. Because if you talk about Rodri being out because of an injury, that is something that Guardiola would have foreseen.
No, I don't
try
think
to
so.
create someone else who can take the place of
Rodri, yeah.
when Rodri is not in.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he saw that coming. I don't think any coach would see injury coming to his players. Long-term injury like that. Probably, like I told you, like sometimes you get injuries, maybe like 2, 3, 4 matches. Rodri has been out for a very long time. You get what I'm trying to. I think he's going to be out for the rest of the season or stuff like that. But Rodri is a very, very important player in Man City. If you go back in time, when Guardiola was in Barcelona, Messi was everything for him.
Sure. But there was a very good midfield. There's a very good midfield.
He believes in
very good.
He plays from the midfield.
Sure.
You get what I'm trying to say. So everything to Pep Guardiola is in the midfield. You understand? They play from the back to the midfield. You understand? And the midfield, do whatever they need to do.
Of course, the midfield is the backbone of every team.
Of course.
If the midfield is weaker, and then the team is weaker. If the midfield is strong, and then it's easy for the strikers to do their work on the other.
And I think defensively, right now, you see it's really shaky because Gundogan is not as effective as Rodri. You get what I'm trying to say? So right now you can see the problem in Man City, knowing that going attacking wise they're good, but defensively
they're not.
It's shaky. That's the reason why they conceded 4 goals yesterday.
But when they bought this animal, when they bought this big guy, this Goliath.
Yeah, Haaland. Yeah.
Everyone knew whether they concede goals, Haaland is still.
It doesn't work that way.
His magic on the other end.
It doesn't
score. They concede 2, Haaland scores 4.
It doesn't work that way in football. Football is quite different. You might have
but they call him a goal-scoring machine. That means at least every match he should be scoring 3 goals or 4 goals.
But he is a goal-scoring machine. I'm not going to lie to you on that. He is a goal-scoring machine. Every top team right now would want to have Haaland in their team. But if you can score, but the defense is shaky, then there's a problem, because it's very easy for
the other defense to stop you from scoring. But your defense cannot stop the other guys from scoring.
Yes. So there's a very big problem somewhere. So if I'm trying to score, all my players are in the box to score, but my defense is leaking, then there's a problem.
But your goal scoring machine, you score double what your opponents are scoring.
Not like the likes of Tottenham that they know how to play you very well. Not the likes of Arsenal that they know how to play you very well.
Like with the Arsenal defense nowadays, it's just perfect defense.
If you give Haaland Ipswich,
that's over.
Haaland would demolish Ipswich. If you give Haaland, let's say, I'm not trying to,
Saliba.
No, Saliba is better. Saliba is too good for him.
That's what I'm saying. If you give Haaland Saliba, and then Haaland is finished.
Haaland is finished. If you give Haaland a team like, let's say, Everton, they know how to go around Everton and stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So, What we're trying to say here is the fact that when you're scoring, make sure you're defending. Last season, what we did better than other teams was the fact that we were not conceding a lot of goals. All right. So the defense has to be protected. All right. Like for example, we had a problem with defense as well. We brought in Declan Rice. Okay, which Declan Rice has been. I don't think Declan Rice right now currently can go like 6, 7 games without. We have a replacement for him. Even if that happens, we have Thomas Partey. Do you understand? We have Jorginho as well.
But Pachi has always been there.
He has always been. That's what I'm saying. He has always been there, but we had to bring an additional player in that position in case of anything. So what Man City did was when Rodri got injured, they panicked in the transfer season to bring in Gundogan, which Gundogan you cannot get the best of Gundogan right now when the prime of Gundogan was Keita Musala. You know what I'm trying to say? So he's not as effective as Rodri. So that's the reason why, to me, right now, they're conceding a lot of goals.
And they will continue conceding a lot of goals if all continues that way. By the way, to me, I feel like it's now the downfall of Man City until Pep Guardiola re-strategizes and finds a better place to work things out. And talking about EPL, we go to these blue guys, talking about Chelsea. These guys had the worst of the last season. But this season's like the waking up. What's the magic? Okay. What do you think is the magic out of this?
See, I think when there's sometimes that you make some decisions, and people around you will think the decisions you're making might not be okay, but they never saw the bigger picture. Right now, we're seeing whatever Chelsea. The decision they made couple of months ago to bring in a lot of players, it is paying off right now. I can tell you, Chelsea has Team A, Team B, all the way to Team C. In football, like I told you earlier on, there is something called fatigue. Okay, you are in you're playing European football, you're playing Premier League, you play FA, and you play this other cup.
You said UEFA?
The domestic league.
Yeah. What is that now?
It's called I'm trying to remember the name. So it's like a couple of competitions that you're playing that you need more players. All right. So now in Conference League, Chelsea has a team for Conference League. Premier League, Chelsea has a team combined with the Conference League players, so that they would not burn out very fast. I can tell you for sure, if Arsenal is not taking this league, Chelsea will, because of whatever they put in place, because of those things that they did, Kitambo, that make people think, or people thought that they were just buying players, but they didn't know the reason why they were buying those players.
They were making up a team.
And that's the reason why they're having results right now.
That's the same thing that happened to Arteta when he joined Arsenal. He was too weak, but he was trying to build up a team that is now a big thing on them.
Exactly. Right now, you can boldly say, or Arsenal will play in a team, and you boldly say, Arsenal is going to win the team.
You can bet your life with Arsenal.
I can bet my life, knowing that Arsenal was going to win this team as well. But that's exactly what we're talking about. Football. The football Kitambo, the one we used to know, has changed. And you get what I'm trying to say? It's a different ball game entirely. You get, so if you do not plan properly,
you will lose it.
So right now, the only thing that will cast Arsenal from not winning the league at the moment, from me, is the fact that we do not have a goal scoring machine like Haaland. All right, if in January, we try as much as you can to bring in a goal scoring, a proper striker.
So what are the options you have for that?
To me, I don't think right now we have an option. We have options in the market come January, because most of the good strikers in the market right now are playing Champions League. All right. And once you play Champions League, I don't know if the rule is there. I don't know if it has changed. Please, you guys correct me on the comment section. If it has changed, I don't know. But if you play for a club that plays Champions League, you will not be eligible to play in Champions League for that club. Okay, so that's the reason why. That's the reason why I feel like it is quite a challenge. But I don't know how Ateta is going to work around that because
they can buy the Kenyan scoring machine in Qatar or Lunga. Michael doing a very good job in
that's a joke, right?
Qatar. It's not a joke.
That's a joke, right?
Well, hey, guys, do I look like I'm joking? That guy's a scoring machine in Qatar.
Go in the comment section.
There's no any game that goes without Tiger scoring at least 3 goals in the back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Or they go back for Messi.
Well, right now we can't bring in Messi.
Why?
He's too old.
I understand the principles in Arsenal. They don't buy old players. They buy younger players. Like Arsenal make players.
Of course,
they don't buy players, but they make players.
Yeah, like the likes of Waniri. We have the 17-year-old that scored the goal last
yesterday.
Yeah. So one of them, yeah.
And that was unexpected. That was unexpected.
Yes, it is because it has been coming all along for quite some time. He has been really playing well. He has been, trying as much as he can to be consistent as well. But like I said, if we get a good striker that can help us in January, that would.
And you don't have any option on that. Like you don't have a person that will say, "I get this guy can come over."
Any player right now would want to come to Arsenal. That I can tell you. I can confidently tell you that right now that any good player right now would want to come to Arsenal because of the project in Arsenal.
Okay, now from Arsenal, Chelsea, now we're going to Manchester United. They've had a very rough ride in the EPL, not just in the EPL, but in football world, they've been having a rough time, and most of those rough times were attributed to Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And from last season, people were like, Ten Hag should go, Ten Hag should go, Ten Hag should go, and finally Ten Hag is gone.
Yeah.
Does it mean that Man U will rise up again? Or it's the end of the mighty Manchester United? Because I remember during the times of Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Saha, Manchester was Manchester. Evans, talk about these guys, Manchester United, but what happened?
Manchester United is a team that has, I like their tradition. But I like the way they play. I like the team as a whole. But they have things going down that even the fans don't even know. There was a time Cristiano Ronaldo, I think it was last year, that he came out. He came out last year to talk about whatever is happening in Manchester United. It's not all about the coach. Do you understand? It's way bigger than the coach. They have players. They have good players that can score goals, can play well, but it's too deep for
the players to understand.
Not just I think they understand. Even Cristiano Ronaldo know everything that is happening. But let's give them benefit of doubt. They brought in a very good coach. He's a very, very good coach. Very, very good coach. Young. Let's see the energy he's going to bring into the team. But I believe that with this coach right now, he might rewrite the history again. Yeah.
And bring back Manchester United back
the glory days.
The glory that was there. Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, yeah.
We are waiting to see that because we can only speak, but we have no decision. We cannot make those tough decisions because unless were you an Arsenal player? Okay, for people like him, they can change because he was an Arsenal player or an aspiring Arsenal player, or he ever wished to play for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And now from Manchester United, we're coming to these guys who never walks alone. You know that?
The Liverpool
guys who never walks alone.
Yeah.
Last season again, they had their season was not that much better.
Yeah.
It's like they're waking up from a slumber they've had from of the EPL seasons.
Yeah.
Do you think they are a reason to why Arsenal might not win the EPL this year or Chelsea not to win the season this year? Because you've narrowed it down for you, you think it's either Arsenal or Chelsea to win the EPL this season.
There is one team that always give you problems in EPL,
Sure.
and that is Liverpool.
They're unpredictable.
They are unpredictable. I can tell you that for sure because uh, you would never see them coming. You get me? And Anfield has been that place where even if you go, you will know that it's either it might go both ways. It's either I lose
Or a win.
or
Or
I
a
win
draw.
or I draw.
Probably a lose or a draw.
A draw. You know, and they've been playing really well this season, and but to me, with the experiences that I have, you know, watching football for quite some time, I do not think I don't think Liverpool can win the league. A reason why I said that is because they have a very small, they have a very short they have less players to select from, and like I told you the last
Like
time,
their squad is so obvious.
the squad is very small. Do you understand? To select from, and it's very obvious, exactly like you said, because there's something called fatigue. Fatigue, like I told you, it's going to play in, and it's going to get in more once it gets in January, February. As when you start seeing players like Salah getting injured, players like Darwin Nunez getting injured, players like what's it called, Luis Diaz getting injured. You know, things like that. But if they can maintain, which I doubt, if they can maintain this consistency, then I mean they might probably win the league, but I do not see that coming because of that. Or maybe in January they bring in more players. I do not know, but for now, I do not see them winning the league. But they are really playing good football at the moment. Yeah.
So we have Brighton here that is bringing a lot of troubles to the who's in the EPL. What do you think about Brighton?
Brighton.
Is it a team that Arsenal and Chelsea
Yeah.
should be afraid of? They're giant slayers.
Brighton is a very good compact team that I really like as well. I really like their coach, very young coach, and he has so much energy. I can tell you that for sure. Brighton is going to go. They're going to go. I strongly believe that they might probably get into the Europa League this season. Because they're really playing well, and I think there are problems to other teams as well, but I don't think they're going to be problems to Arsenal.
Of course, you're of course you're a diehard Arsenal fan, and you
yeah.
always defend Arsenal
Yeah.
whichever way.
Yeah.
Even if you see them sinking, you still believe Arsenal will come back.
Of course.
To be the best on all that.
Of
So
course.
now looking at all the things that are happening in the EPL now,
Yeah.
okay, let's say maybe what do you give or who do you give like at the end of the season? What's your view on the end of the season? Like, do you have a projection on how the season will end? Who will be number one, who will take, and who will be the second runners up?
That's quite tricky.
Of runners up.
That's quite tricky. The reason why I would not be able to predict properly was this. Oh, sorry, it's this because predicting Premier League is something huge that I really do not understand. There was a time where I thought Arsenal was going to win the league, and Leicester came from nowhere to win the league. You get me? So it's quite tricky, but still, with the experiences that I have as well so far, I think it might be if I'm not being biased, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City.
But you say if it's either Chelsea or Arsenal,
Well,
you're leaving Chelsea.
Well, I do not know about that, but I believe that Chelsea, with the way they're playing, they might get somewhere. But
the consistency is not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. Like when they played Arsenal, I don't think they really played like tough games. You know, that would make them, you know, for us to know that okay, yes, this is us Chelsea. They've come back right now. You know, but so far they are playing well. But I think they might probably finish number 3 Evie, but to me, I think it's Arsenal. If it's not Chelsea, it might be Liverpool. So Liverpool or Chelsea. Then Man City.
So Man City will come fourth.
Probably maybe fourth or third. Who knows?
For the Man City fans, wherever you are, I know you love the Man City team so much. So we want you to
Bring
give
it on,
our
bring it on,
prediction.
bring
By
it
the way,
on.
we want early predictions to the EPLs this season. So
Yeah.
you can comment with what you feel like will happen. Who will come first, second, third, and fourth
Yeah.
in the EPL? As for him, it's either Arsenal first,
Yeah.
and he sticks on Arsenal first.
Of course.
It's either Arsenal first or Arsenal first,
Of course.
according to him.
Of
So the
course,
rest
of
of the
course,
team
of
will come in second. So
Yeah.
his second, his Arsenal first,
Yeah.
Arsenal first.
Yeah.
Second, that is will be either Chelsea
Or
or
Liverpool. Yeah.
And then if Liverpool takes third, and then Man City will probably be fourth.
Yeah. Then you followed by Tottenham, Brighton, and so on.
And so on.
Yes, yes.
That's the rest of the thing will fall under Arsenal.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
for him, it feels like this season Arsenal must take the EPL.
It has to.
PL
It
back,
has to.
title back to Emirates, because
Yes.
it's been long since that thing came to the EPL cabinet.
Yes, yes.
So Arsenal administration, are you guys preparing to have the EPL title with you or not?
Yeah. Well, we are like last season. We prepared a lot until the last minute.
The last match.
Till the last minute.
Then Man City disappointed.
Well, Man City. Yeah, Man City. No, Tottenham. Tottenham really messed us up. Well, this season we want to show them things, and we've shown them things. This is
By the way, last season
And we're still showing them things.
Emirates was full of celebrations and preparations for the celebrations. Even it was happening on the other end, it happened on the other end. So whoever
Yes.
wins will have gotten that. But hey, they got so close.
Yeah, it went down to the last game. That's
Yes,
what I'm telling you.
it went down so close.
I believe that this season is going to be better. Like I said, we will take the league, and I strongly believe that we will take the league. And if you believe otherwise, drop in a comment.
Okay, that was so amazing. Just digging deeper into the EPL. I
Yeah.
believe next time we're meeting again, we'll be talking about something different about the EPL or the African football at large, because it's something that people don't want to talk more about. But if you look into the EPL, most of the players who are making names or their names in the EPL are players from Africa.
Yeah.
That means if the Africa garners together and comes back together, they can do much better within the African League, just like the EPL. But now, do you have any predictions for the next weekend's matches? What do you think?
For me, I'll speak about Arsenal.
Okay, talk about Arsenal.
We will win the match.
Chelsea,
I don't know about Chelsea.
Man City.
I don't know about Man City.
Tottenham.
I do not know about them. But Arsenal, we will win. How much?
Okay, and
Yeah,
with that, we close up for today's episode. Until next time we meet, please don't leave without subscribing and leave your comment on the comment section. We want to know what to talk about next. He's a well of knowledge. He has knowledge about football. I don't. I ask questions and I like answers. So if you feel you can challenge him on the knowledge he has about football, why not?
Bring it on.
You're welcome. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. And we'll have a better discussion on the same. So the football episode on Alan Hoy YouTube channel, on Alan Hoy TV.
Yeah.
The football episodes. We love you all. Until next time we meet, subscribe.